If you've made the difficult personal decision to terminate your marriage or domestic partnership in California, and you are fortunate enough to have an uncontested case where you and your spouse are not going to be fighting over issues, online divorce is a wise choice. Online divorce is convenient and it can be cost effective. But you have to be very careful about your hiring decision. Online divorce is a completely unregulated industry and it is full of frauds and incompetence. So do be careful with the online divorce provider that you hire. And by the way, you might think that almost every online divorce website would have a video like this one on each site showing you just exactly what their software and their systems look like. However, I can tell you that of the 24 or so services that I'm aware of that offer service within the state of California, NetDivorce is the only website where you will see a video like this that shows you up front, before you hire us, exactly what our software and our systems look like. You would think if those other companies were proud of their software and their systems, they would want to show you too, but they don't. And you should ask yourself why. I'm going to move pretty quickly through this video, but of course you can pause it at any time and take a closer look at anything that's on my screen. When you sign up for NetDivorce service, you'll receive an account opening email that contains your user ID and the secure password that you selected during the sign-up process. When you get that email, come to the top page of NetDivorce, click on the login button upper right, and that will take you, of course, to the login page. This is the page you should bookmark because you will need to come to this page each time that you log into your NetDivorce account. So what we're going to do is to log in to the account of our fictitious client, Donna Wilson. Donna's not a real person. This is not a real person's information, of course, but it does look like a typical NetDivorce account. When you come to the welcome page, you will see upper right hand on your desktop, laptop, or tablet screen an orientation highlighted in yellow that will tell you basically where you are at this point in your case and what is next. Lower right will be a list of actions which are the next actions you could take in your case, always with the best action highlighted in yellow. On the left of your screen is your client menu at the top. There are a few basic housekeeping tasks. You can change your password, change your email address. If you go down the bottom here, there is the NetDivorce knowledge base. You can click on any of these and it'll give you some basic information about California divorce law. This link on your very first login will say Begin Interview. And obviously you would click on that Begin Interview link and it would take you directly to the first page of the interview. On all subsequent logins, it will say Continue Interview, and when you click on it, it will take you to the first page that needs some attention. You can see as you look up and down the list of interview pages that they are intuitively named, so that if you're looking for a piece of information that you've entered, let's say you want to change something, it's fairly easy to tell without plowing through the whole interview. By looking at the names of the interview pages, it's fairly easy to tell where the bit of information is that you're looking for. You'll also notice as each interview page is completed, a check mark is placed in the box next to it. As each interview page is not completed, no check mark in that box. So you can tell at a glance how far you've got to go in your online interview. So let's see. Donna has, by the looks of things, just that one page that's incomplete. I could click on that link right now and it would take me to that page. Just to demonstrate the continue interview link, I'll show that that does exactly the same thing. And you can tell that Donna has been on this page before because of these two red error messages. And also if you scroll down, and these error messages tell you exactly what's missing. And if you scroll down, these asterisks will tell you exactly where it's missing from. So this looks to me like a situation where Donna perhaps forgot what her husband's zip code is, and she plowed ahead with the rest of her interview, completed the whole thing, went away and found out what his zip code is, and now she's back to fill that in and complete her interview. Because his street address is the same as his mailing address, now that Donna has filled in this information here, she can just check this box here to populate the rest of this information down here. And when she does that, everything is completed. The two red error messages are gone, and when she moves to another page, a check mark will be placed in that box. On each page, you will see two next buttons, one top, one bottom. What happens when you click one of those next buttons is that everything that you've just entered on this page is saved, and you get moved to the next page in the sequence. So that would be the residency page. So I'll click on that next button. Takes us to the residency page, and you can see that a check mark is now in the spouse's address page box. Basically two ways for you to navigate through this interview. One of them is just to go top to bottom. You start on this top page up here and you just move down through the list. The list is quite logical, and it leads you through in a logical way with other pages lower down being added or subtracted as you fill in more of these pages towards the top. Our data gathering system is very efficient. We do not waste your time on anything that doesn't count. Everything that you see here and everything that you see on each individual interview page definitely applies to your case. If you don't have children, then you don't see anything about child support or child custody or parenting or visitation. We don't waste your time on unnecessary pages or questions. The system does also allow you, as well as just going top to bottom by clicking the next button, you can jump around just by clicking on individual pages that are in the menu. The system allows you to do that as much as possible. And what I mean by that is that, as I mentioned, lower down, a lot of these pages rely on information from up here. So let's say, for example, that you logged in for the first time, you completed the first two pages, and you saw down here something that says child custody. Well, you know, that's an important issue, so you jump down to that page immediately to see what it's all about. But we can't process this page until you've completed the marriage statistics and children of the marriage page. So if you jump down here, it'll tell you, whoa, you got to slow down, you got to go back. We need information from the marriage statistics and children of the marriage page before we can do this page. So it tells you to go back up here and complete that page. So you can go top to bottom by using the next button, or you can jump any way you want, and it will allow you to jump around as much as possible. Let me see. Okay. On every interview page, you will see these little icons. These are the context-sensitive help system You'll see them always next to something. So this is date of marriage. Let's say you want to check on what the date of marriage says. You click on that icon. That opens up a little help system box which gives you information on that topic. If the icon is an exclamation point, then the information provided in the help box is just a little bit more important, a little bit more significant. The date of separation is a very important date in any divorce case, so we tell you more about that here and how to determine what the date of separation was. What else? Okay, Donna, I think, is pretty much finished with her interview, so her next step is the next item in the sequence is to check my interview. You can also reach the same page by clicking on Continue Interview up here, but I'm going to click this time on Check My Interview, and that basically does three things on this next page. It checks all of Donna's interview to make sure that all of the pages are complete. We pretty much knew that they were, but it makes that check. Secondly, it checks to see if there are any time-critical issues. An example of such an issue would be, let's say that Donna has an 18-year-old adult child who is eligible for child support until he graduates from high school or becomes 19. And let's say that Donna has told us in the interview that adult child graduates from high school next week. That's obviously a time-critical issue. We may need to do something about that to make sure Donna does not get caught out in some potential problems later on in the case. This is a section where she would be advised, we would be advised also of any such time-critical issue. Third and finally, we know that Donna finished her interview literally 2 minutes ago, but that's not always the case, of course. She might have completed the interview and gone away for a weekend or 3 months or whatever, and now she's coming back to download her first batch of documents. So we have to check on these 5 important critical issues here to make sure that nothing has changed in them since the time that Donna completed her interview. If they have changed, if any of them has changed, it's a problem and it has to be dealt with. So Donna will need to read each one of these 5 items, make sure that everything is still the same as it was. If it is, she puts a check mark in the box and she proceeds to download her first batch. On this page, this is the button that she needs to click, download my forms, but lower down are the NetDivorce download and printout instructions. When she clicks on that button, these instructions will open up in a separate help box up here, upper left. And there they are. We can close out of those right now. We don't need them. And that's it. There is her first batch. There are 3 batches of documents in most cases. The first batch gets filed at court to begin the case. Each NetDivorce batch is in the popular PDF format. You will have a PDF reader already on your machine, so you'll be able to read this easily. Each NetDivorce batch comes with the correct number of correct documents in a sequence that is logical and will make sense to the filing clerk when you take these papers to your local superior court. All NetDivorce instructions are case specific. There's nothing in here that Donna is going to see that is general and does not pertain to her case. Our instructions are highly detailed. You go through them one at a time. As you complete or understand each step, you can place a check mark here that tells you on screen how far you've gone. This set of instructions is just over 3 pages, so these are highly detailed. You want them to be detailed, and they are easy to follow, and they keep you away from the very many common pitfalls that are available at each stage. This is the first legal document. It's already completed and ready to be signed and filed. This particular document is a local Los Angeles County document. This raises an important issue. For our flat fee of $129, NetDivorce prepares all, repeat, all state and local county divorce documents for you. Only one of our competitors, that's CompleteCase.com, only one, Complete Case is at $300 a case, will complete your local documents for you. When you go to file your case, if you have not hired either NetDivorce or CompleteCase.com, a nasty, angry court clerk is going to throw this document right back at you. You will be told to go to the back of the line, take another number, wait another hour, and fill in this form before you get back to the front of the line. Not good. Here is Donna's petition. This is the document that tells the court what's involved in her case and what she is requesting. Her children are listed there, you can see. Here's the custody and parenting section. Spousal support, there is none in this particular case. Here is some separate property that is listed. Donna is going to apply for a restoration of a prior name. She is moving from Donna Wilson to Donna Schnerdvogel, so that's a good choice. Here's a continuation of the custody section and the visitation section. You can build in your NetDivorce interview any visitation or parenting plan you can think of. There are something like 80 separate entries that are already pre-constructed that you just check the box, and if you want that particular clause to apply to your visitation schedule. Additionally, there are 4 blank visitation clauses where you can customize your own. You can literally make up your own that you and your spouse have agreed to, and it will be printed here and later on in the case. Further down the attachment, you come to the parenting section. These are not actually visitation clauses, but they are agreements between you that will govern the way that you are parents to your minor children. There are approximately 120 pre-constructed parenting plan proposals, plus 4 blanks for you to make your own custom parenting proposals. Very powerful, very flexible. This is a complex document. One of our competitors does not prepare this document at all. Don't know why. It is quite complex. It's a federal document. We have to tell the court every address where each of your minor children has resided in the past 5 years. In Donna's case, she has low income. Oh, let me stop here first. This is the community property declaration, so this is where Donna has listed all of her community property and debts. It tells the court what Donna is requesting in terms of who gets what and who pays what. That's the debt page, and it's unlimited. There's no limit to the number of items of property and debt that you can enter. And it constructs any number of attachment pages. You could have an unlimited number of attachment pages depending on how much property and debt that you want to list. Donna has low income in her case, so we're going to apply for a waiver of the court fees. This is also covered by NetDivorce's $129 fee. This is an add-on for every other competitor that I'm aware of, but we're not joking when we tell you that our 129 is with no ups or extras ever. We mean it. It's a simple concept. You cannot pay us more than 129. Don't even ask. Okay, that's about the end of Donna's first batch. That batch is ready to be printed, signed and filed, signed and dated and filed at Donna's local court. I want to show you one other thing here, and that is, you'll notice this is all changed now that Donna has downloaded her first batch. I want to come down here and click on re-download documents. Let's say that Donna has proofread her first batch and she's found a few mistakes. She can go back in and she can correct those mistakes, and then she clicks that re-download button and she comes here and she can re-download the whole first batch again. But let's say in this particular instance that Donna's dog has eaten the petition, or Donna has spilled coffee on the request to waive court fees. Well, she didn't want to come back in and print out the whole 50 or 60 page first batch. She just wants to come in and download and then print out and substitute the documents that are missing. So by coming to the single document download section, here are all of the pages that are in her first batch. She can pick each one, click on it, and download that document. But what I really want to show here is the most important document in your case will be the marital settlement agreement. And that's, of course, covered by our 129 fee. And you click on download my marital settlement agreement, and that is downloaded in the popular Word format so that it is editable. And you can take a look at that on your screen. It's completed. Every section is completed the way that the court wants to see it. And this document is later on connected to all of these red sections here, by the way, are areas where your NetDivorce caseworker must customize this marital settlement agreement, also included in our $129 fee. There are no ups or extras. But this document later on will be submitted to the court for the approval of the judge. Here's the parenting section with the third and final batch of documents. So let me see here. I think that is just about everything that I wanted to show you. And yeah, that's everything on my checklist. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this has helped. I hope this has demonstrated that the NetDivorce system is powerful, it's flexible, it's adaptable. You can definitely get the divorce that you want through NetDivorce. Thanks for watching.